So technically what you're doing as a seventh dimensional being and shit is giving beings souls. So basically just the same concept how what you're going to be doing in the fourth dimension and shit is actually what you're going to be doing is giving spirit ideas. You feel what I'm trying to say? So that's basically a space, a frequency that they can basically vibrate on and feel about and shit. Now, so that is basically what the clouds and shit, it rains and shit. You feel what I'm trying to say? That's technically just a concept of the you're raining ideas and shit. Now I'm saying that's all the concept is, just we're experiencing in the physical way and shit. But we're getting these things internal and shit. We're getting these ideas from these fourth dimensional beings and shit. Now boom, so once you understand that, right? I already told you about Mary trying to be one of Mary's feelings and shit. Now I'm saying, so that's just technically a motherfucking seed that she's growing, that is just not saying basically it's growing itself. You're experiencing this shit the actual way now. So technically you're trying to actually become an actual tree in that motherfucking world that Mary is living in and shit. So you're trying to come out of Mary's bush hole. Now so fifth dimension is it's an idea, not saying creating itself. So it's basically the stomach part. Not saying that's where you're trying to go and shit. The stomach part, which that's the where the fifth dimension is at and shit. So it's basically right here. You know what I'm saying? You basically creating yourself and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or coming yourself and shit and trying to see yourself and be creative with yourself. So that's basically an idea that Mary is creating and shit, trying to get out of Mary's bush hole. You know what I'm saying? A new tree being born. So just a concept of another tree being born in Mary's sixth dimensional world and shit. Now that's another these seventh dimensional beings that are flowing around that sky and shit, passing on your ideas and shit. And those are the ideas and shit. Not saying that technically, because we all come from the top, from the seventh, if not dimension. Not saying we all come from the spirit realm. So basically, this idea that's being planted in this womb and shit. Not saying it's getting ready to basically become in that world also. So you would actually, you as a fifth dimensional being, you would be a lower being in the fifth dimensional world and shit. So sixth dimensional beings do rituals on you too. Eat that plant too, not saying eat that planet, that new planet. So it's just basically experiencing the same thing how they be experiencing in the body and that feeling that they eating and shit. And a bird and shit is searching for a direction and shit, not saying to go find some type of feeling to eat. Not saying so that's how it play out in the physical way. So once they eat that shit, it basically play out as the pussy part will really be the ass part and shit. So she shit your ass out because that's basically the moon and shit. So basically it's shit, you know what I'm saying? It's feelings. Shit is feelings. Or this shit right here, this shit right here, that shit is feelings and shit. So she getting ready to shit your ass out and shit, you know what I'm saying? Shoot your ass out in her realm of reality and shit. We just